Picture this. You drop your phone. That sickening crack echoes. Your stomach drops then. Something unbelievable happens. The shattered glass begins to fuse back together, sealing itself. As if nothing ever happened. It sounds like science fiction. But it isn't. In Japan, researchers have engineered a groundbreaking material, self-healing glass. With just a touch of pressure, cracks vanish. The possibilities? Staggering. Phones that last for years without a single repair. Cars that mend themselves after a fender bender. Even spacecraft repairing damage on their own. Millions of miles from Earth. This isn't just a cool trick, it's a glimpse into the future of materials science. A future where the things we rely on can rely on themselves. Welcome to one of the most fascinating discoveries of our time. Hey everyone. Welcome back to the Humans Archive. The place where we uncover the strangest, smartest, and most groundbreaking discoveries shaping our future. Today, we're diving into something that sounds almost impossible: self-healing glass. Imagine dropping your phone, hearing the dreaded crack, only to watch the glass repair itself right before your eyes. This breakthrough comes from scientists in Japan, who discovered that with just a bit of pressure, fractured glass can literally fuse back together. And the implications are massive. Think smartphones that never shatter, cars that fix their own windshields, even spacecraft that can heal mid-flight, millions of miles from home. It's not a movie. It's not magic. This is real science, pushing the limits of what's possible. And it just might change how we build, travel, and survive in the decades to come. Part 1. The breakthrough. Back in 2017, at the University of Tokyo, a team of scientists stumbled upon something extraordinary. They weren't even searching for self-healing glass. In fact, this breakthrough was pure accident. They had been experimenting with a lightweight polymer material known as polyether. At first, it seemed like just another step in the long process of developing better plastics and glasses. But then something unexpected happened. One researcher noticed that when the material cracked, it behaved differently. Instead of shattering into permanent fractures, the broken edges could actually fuse back together. All it took was a little pressure from the fingertips, and the glass began to bond again, recovering much of its original strength. Pause and think about that for a moment. Glass that heals itself. No heat guns, no industrial adhesives, no chemical baths, just simple pressure. The implications were staggering. Imagine windows that never stay broken, screens that repair themselves overnight, even structures in extreme environments like outer space designed to mend instead of fail. What makes this discovery even more fascinating is that it challenges how we think about fragile materials. For centuries, glass has been a symbol of delicacy and fragility. But this new class of polymers flips that idea on its head, offering us a glimpse of a future where our most breakable objects might also be our most resilient, all because of a happy accident discovered in a Tokyo lab. Part 2. How does it work? So what's actually happening here? Normally, glass is one of the most brittle materials we use. Once it cracks or shatters, that's it stays broken. But this new material is different, and the secret lies in its chemistry. It's made with something called hydrogen bonds. Now, hydrogen bonds are tiny connections between molecules, weak on their own, but powerful when they work together. They can break apart and then reform again, almost like invisible Velcro holding the glass together. So when the special glass cracks and you press the pieces back into place, those hydrogen bonds reconnect. Slowly but surely, the fracture seals itself. Is almost like how a cut on your skin heals. The wound may open, but your body naturally knits it back together. Except here, we're talking about a synthetic material, a man-made glass, that's performing its own version of healing. And the real kicker, this healing doesn't require extreme heat, expensive machines, or any special chemicals. Traditional self-healing materials often need high temperatures, sometimes hundreds of degrees, to repair themselves. But this glass, it works at ordinary room temperature. just the natural environment around us that makes it not just a fascinating scientific curiosity, but something with real-world potential. Imagine phone screens that you can press back together after a drop, or car windshields that mend themselves before a small crack spreads into something dangerous. And if scientists can refine and scale this technology, the possibilities stretch even further into construction, transportation, and even aerospace, where repairs are difficult, expensive, or downright impossible. A material once thought fragile is suddenly proving it can be resilient, and that small shift in chemistry could completely change how we think about the glass and plastics we use every single day. Part 3. Why this matters. Let's take a moment to imagine the possibilities that start with something close to home: your smartphone. Today, a single drop can mean a costly repair or a trip to the store. But with self-healing glass, that anxiety disappears the moment it cracks. The material begins to fuse back together. Seconds later, your screen looks brand new, no replacement, no repair bill, no frustration. Now think bigger: cars, a rock on the highway chips your windshield, or a minor accident leaves a web of cracks across the glass. Normally, the damage spreads, putting drivers at risk and leading to expensive fixes. But with this technology, the windshield could restore itself before the problem grows, keeping people safe and vehicles on the road longer. And then, consider the most extreme environment of all: space. Up there, even the tiniest fracture in a spacecraft window or panel can mean catastrophe. There are no auto shops orbiting Earth, no quick trips for replacement parts, but a material that heals with nothing more than pressure. That could be a lifesaver. A crack that might have doomed a mission could be sealed in minutes, preserving equipment, saving money, and most importantly, protecting astronauts' lives. And the implications don't stop there. From architecture that repairs itself after earthquakes, to airplanes built with materials that recover from stress fractures mid-flight, the potential reaches into every industry we depend on. This isn't just about convenience. It's about creating a world where our most fragile materials become our most resilient. A world where safety, sustainability, and durability aren't afterthoughts, they're built in from the very start. Self-healing glass may sound like science fiction, but it's here. It's real, and it could change the way we live, travel, and even survive in the years ahead. Part 4. Challenges ahead. Of course, like any new technology, self-healing glass isn't perfect, at least not yet, right? Now, the material is still in the experimental stage. Yes, it can repair itself, but that doesn't mean it's indestructible. Drop it hard enough, or stress it too often, and the damage may go beyond what the bonds can handle. Researchers are also working to understand how it holds up under real-world extremes, things like intense heat, constant pressure, or the repeated impacts that everyday objects experience. And then there's the challenge of scale. Making a small sample in a lab is one thing. Producing sheets of this material for millions of smartphones, cars, or spacecraft is something else entirely. Scientists need to refine the process so it's reliable, affordable, and practical outside of controlled experiments. But remember, this is just the beginning. Many of the world's most transformative technologies started out fragile, limited, even a little disappointing. Plastic was once dismissed as a laboratory oddity. Penicillin was discovered by accident, and at first, it was nearly impossible to manufacture. Yet over time, both reshaped industries, medicine, and daily life. Self-healing glass may follow the same path, from a lucky breakthrough in a Tokyo lab to an innovation that redefines how we think about strength, safety, and resilience in the modern world. Chapter 3. So here we are in a world where glass can quite literally heal itself. What once sounded like science fiction is already becoming reality in labs across the globe. Scientists are refining the process, testing it, and pushing it closer to the world outside of research papers. The potential stretches everywhere, phones that never shatter, cars that keep drivers safer, airplanes and spacecraft that repair themselves mid-journey, a technology that could touch nearly every corner of modern life. The only question left is, how soon will we see it? Will it take decades? Or could it arrive sooner than we think? One thing's certain, the age of fragile glass may be coming to an end. So, what do you think? Would you trust a self-healing windshield on your car? Or a phone screen that claims it can never truly break? We'd love to hear your take. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed exploring the science behind self-healing glass, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Here at the Humans Archive, we uncover the strangest discoveries and the technologies that could reshape our future. Be sure to check out our other videos for more mind-bending breakthroughs. You definitely won't want to miss what's coming next. Thanks for watching. And as always, stay curious.